So they call me a Genji man, eh? No, I will show them. I will show them. Oh, shit! Hello everyone. What is up, boys? How y'all doing? Are y'all good? I hope so, because I'd like to present another video of mine. No, but this time I just want to talk about the upcoming patches and how it will kind of affect competitive, even though competitive is gonna be gone for 2-3 weeks. I don't really know the day. I don't really remember the dates. I don't have it in my head. But basically, what the Blizzard said that they're doing is that they wanna buff May and nerf zenyatta. It has its positive sides and negative sides as well, of course, because I mean, for one, competitive and quick play are not at all the same. I mean, it's such a big difference in the way people play, even just in the ranking. You could be at rank 45 and that be it's called elo hell there, because there are not enough people that are competitive enough to rank up. So you have just a 50% chance of winning or losing. It's not up to you anymore or your team. It's just, happens. And of course that might be because the competitive scene it's pretty new still. It's the first season and all that, and all seasons are only 2.5 months, so it's not that long neither. So not many have come into it. But what many have come into is trying May, and depending on what competitive stage you are on, it's played very differently. In the lower elos, you could play May and dominate because it's pretty OP if you don't know how to handle her, play against her and such. However, she is extremely weak in higher elos because she is so easy to counter, not by champions necessarily, but by a specific playstyle. Just don't go near her. Her right click is very weak at long range because it takes a half a second or something to use, and all those things. So they were gonna buff her ulti maybe and make it so that it goes through shields potentially, because I mean, it is much slower to stun people with. However, and it doesn't even go through shields. However, it does damage. So I mean, I'd be yeah. For me, I think it's very good that they are trying to make her more viable in the competitive scene and make her playable, especially against the Reinhardt. A Reinhardt ult can't even go through a shield. So if this one just did a little bit less damage but went through the shield, that would be much more viable. Otherwise, what I think they should have done is they should not only buff, but they should nerf some aspects and buff others. For example, these are just examples. They could potentially take away the damage the freeze does. However, it would still slow and freeze them, which is still very powerful, and make the distance a bit longer so that you have to be further away, and you have to have a sniper take her out. But besides that, they also want to nerf Zenyatta now. Now he is OP and he's very viable, and okay, he's very strong, to be honest. He's manageable to play against. However, it's very hard when you play against Winston to counter Zenyatta and your team is not with you. But all that aside, what they might do is, I don't know, they haven't confirmed anything yet, but what I would do is I'd either shorten or make the fire rate much slower, so because he's very spammy. Don't get me wrong, he's not too strong, but if he puts a Discord orb on you, it's not that hard to hit with his attacks, normal fire, left click. So he can do a shit ton by himself as well. So I mean, the only nerf I would appreciate are two nerfs. Either make the Discord orb less OP, because you can less OP because you can change around who has the Discord orb every half a second. There's no cooldown on it. It's very OP because it does so that you can do a lot of damage on everyone you look at, because you look at someone, you put E and then spam the shit out of them and they die much easier. So either make a longer cooldown on that, or nerf that stuff a little bit, or you would nerf his fire rate. Those are the two that are pretty viable. and like not it won't be game breaking or anything, but make him like, you know, less OP as they say. But yeah, that's just my points. Everyone has their own opinions, of course. Some even think he's underpowered, and like some think maybe he's overpowered and they shouldn't buff her. But that's the thing. If you're gonna buff the champ, you shouldn't just buff it. You should give some positive things and some negative things to it, so that, you know, it changes. Now, nothing says that the negative has to be equal to the positive, so it still is a buff, but still just don't make champions only stronger. That would be the best. Like for instance with Mei, or no, with Genji. A lot of people complain about Genji. Well, like how his damage is so high and his mobility is very high. Well, this is a very weird topic because yes, he does a lot of damage, shit ton of damage. However, he's very vulnerable, and it's just a playstyle. It's like in the lower elos, if you play against a good Genji, you're screwed. If you're in the higher elos, Genji's screwed because, oh well, it's not always screwed, but you know, they're all equal because, you know, higher elo versus higher elo, it's, you know, fair game. You understand what I mean? It's a lot harder for the Genji to just wipe out the team. So what they should do then is maybe make his like abilities much less stronger, but his mobility much higher. That would be one option, but that's what I'm saying. Everyone has their own like ideas of how to nerf and buff champs. But what I think is that there should be some positive, like there should be some buff and nerfs to champs, so that it's still fair and they don't become too OP. Anyways, that was my thoughts. Leave your thoughts in the comment below, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Yeah, thank you so much. Bye bye. See you later, alligator.